Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Let's talk about auto loans. Let's talk about finalizing a car purchase. What should I know before I finalize a car or auto loan? Once you've finished negotiating with your lender or dealer, make sure to review all aspects of your loan agreement before you sign your paperwork and drive off the lot. I know from experience that adrenaline is pumped up. You're excited. You're going to overlook some things. Bring someone along with you, or take a break. Take a coffee break. Say, look, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. I'm going to go across the street over Starbucks, what have you. We're going to review these information without you looking over my shoulder. Just do whatever it is to stay in control of the situation. This document here will be posted below. If you shopped around for the right car and auto loan and negotiated the details with your lender or dealer, you're at the point of closing the deal. Before you sign the dotted line and drive off the lot, there are a few important things to know. Check the information and ensure it's what you agreed to. Make sure there's no fine print. Finish the paperwork. Watch for these details after you drive away. We don't look at this thing. It's called the Truth in Lending. It's a document. It has a bunch of numbers. We're not number people. So we're going to go off of whatever they tell us. Don't do that. Get a general understanding what the Truth in Lending is. It requires lenders to provide you with written disclosures with all the important details of your loan terms fully filled out where you sign the paperwork. So in other words, you want to make sure that you're working with an amortized loan. You want to make sure there's no prepayments. You want to make sure there's no add-ons that you didn't agree to. You want to make sure those add-ons weren't jacked up. You don't want to see a bunch of nickel dime kind of things that add up to hundreds of dollars. Note, while the TILA disclosures are typically presented to you just before you sign your loan contract, you can insist on receiving them earlier. You have time to review. As I said, take a coffee break. You can also take those forms home with you to compare with others or to fully consider your options. Remember, everything here is negotiable. Don't let some sales guy push you because of their commission. Check everything to ensure it's what you agreed to. Under the Truth in Lending Act, lenders must provide specific information that helps to ensure your loan terms align with what you agreed to. Forms must include the annual percentage rate. This is the cost you'll pay each year to borrow money, which is your interest rate plus fees. Be careful here. Make sure you understand what this means. For in other words, you could have the interest rate. It could be at 6%. Then all of a sudden, you're looking at this Truth in Lending, and it's at 9.5%. Ask why? Well, they threw in a bunch of junk fees. So make sure that you negotiate those back down and get an updated Truth in Lending. Similar to an interest rate, it's written as a percentage. Finance charges, the total amount of interest and certain fees that you'll pay over the life of your loan if you make every payment when it's due. The amount financed, the amount of money you're borrowing. Total of payments, the sum of all the payments you'll have made by the end of your loan. So if it's a $50,000 loan and it's a 5-year deal, you're going to have a sizable chunk of interest. You should get total principal and interest calculated. And it's probably going to be total cost out the door over the life of the loan. It's probably going to be $75,000. Hence, that's why if you can put a larger down payment, your amount financed is going to drop significantly. And the terms of your loan, try to shorten that as much as you can. And never walk in saying, I can only afford this amount. The reason being, it's not hard to stretch out a loan to 7 years these days. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Save up your money. Total sales price, total cost of your purchase on credit, taking into consideration your down payment. The Truth in Lending disclosures will also include other important terms such as the number of payments, the monthly payments, late fees, whether you can prepay your loan without a penalty, and other important terms. Take time to review each detail of your contract. If you don't understand any aspect of your loan, ask questions. And if you're not comfortable with any aspect of the process, walk away. No one can pressure you into a loan or vehicle you're not comfortable with. And finish up the paperwork before you leave. Make sure you finished all of your paperwork. All of the blanks have been filled in, some by you, but most by the lender. The paperwork has been signed by you and the dealer. You've received copies of all your documents. If the dealer asks you to sign a blank or partially filled in form, you should decline. Also, you may receive printed or electronic copies of your documents. If you receive them electronically, make sure They're in a format that's easy to access and can be saved or printed. Watch for these details after you drive away. After you've taken out a car loan, you should receive an introductory message from your lender. Communication will include information on where to send your payments and when they're due. Make sure your monthly payments are on time in order to avoid late fees or possible repossession, as well as negative impact on your credit score. Also, if you're a service member, learn more about your special protection when paying back your auto loan and lease. Comment. Let me know if you run into situations where you said one thing and then the lender, the auto dealer, did something else. It's been known to happen in the industry. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Hope that helped. Thanks for watching. See you soon.